Hi everyone. Hello guys. Welcome into our weekly live stream as always at 6 p.m. London. Today is a second day of the batch, second week of the batch. As you remember, I've said for the next 6 weeks we're participating. We've joined the incubator here in the Silicon Valley, and every Wednesday we have a day where we spend the whole day in the incubator. They are inviting a bunch of speakers, investors, and startups that have already raised funds and showed some results and success, and they're sharing with us, helping with making connections and introductions to potential investors and different, and also providing different strategies in regards to the growth of our projects and businesses that are participating in the incubator. Guys, today I want to make a very important announcement that basically um, involves everybody in the community, all the users, me including, all the admins and everybody. So uh, last couple of calls with investors shows us one thing. One thing is that everybody wants to see certain traction, not only the traction of the user growth on our platform, which we're definitely showing, especially for the last week or two. As you guys can see, we have about 150 to 200 people registering on the platform and joining Grand Time, and our community is growing in Telegram chats. It's growing on the platform, in all the groups that we have as well. We've planted a bunch of trees for the last a week or so. We are getting a lot better on the task performances and stuff, but what they are looking to see is the traction of the tasks performed. And this is the announcement that I want to make. Right now, I am seeing that I wouldn't say it's easy, but we found a way to try to get more use cases in data collection from companies that we're working with. If we take startups in the incubator that I'm in right now, they will be outsourcing some of the data collection tasks on Grand Time platform, where we have to show how we perform them and whether we're doing a good job or not. So most of those companies are, some of those companies are going to pay some money. Some of them are not going to pay some money. Just so you understand, the payments that we're taking are absolutely minimal, and we're not really focused on becoming profitable at this point today. What we want to show is that we are getting use cases, that there is demand on market for outsourcing tasks, and that we are able to perform them. So from my side, what I'm doing is I am attracting as many companies to outsource as possible. And like I said, because I'm in incubator, I have close connections to a lot of to about 20 startups here in the building, and I'm spreading the word on what we do, and I'm getting some tasks, and we have to show how fast and good quality wise we're doing them. So if we can show for the next couple of weeks, if we can show that we're getting more use cases, and that we can actually do them on time, send them back to the client, and get good feedback. That means our basically our business model is working, and this is what we have to prove. So from now on, as always, we will be including those special tasks in our bot, and we'll be sending it to our community and to our admin chats, to our main chats, to basically all the social media that we have, in order for our users to see that the task is available. On your side, I'm expecting to take time, do them as fast as we can, as much as we can, and show very fast result. So let's work as a team, and see and show what we can do together. Okay. After that, once we show, like I said, we're not targeting profits right now or anything like that. Most of the tests that we do are basically almost free, and even us, we're not even able to accept this payments to pay to the team of developers or anything like that. So it's just most of those tests that are getting in are getting we're basically putting this on the side, and then eventually we'll invest everything in the pool. But the goal is to raise this first round, and out of this first round we're going to use certain amount of money to put inside of the pool so that people will be able to exchange tokens. Okay, and this obviously is not why we are in Grand Time, why we're doing this. We're doing it to show the world that we are united, and this is what we can do, and this is how we can be helpful. So let's stick together, especially from today, because even today I came to the incubator and I had two startups come up to me and say, "Hey, we've heard that you guys do outsourcing. We would like to outsource some data collection tasks to you and test how we do." Just so you know, all of those companies were outsourcing those tests, data collection tests, like we did for searching companies and a couple of other ones that they are outsourcing it to someone else right now. And the reason why they are going to be outsourcing it to us is because they want to help, and so that we can show that we are capable of doing tasks right now. So I really wanted to pay attention to this, and I really want everyone to stick together and show what we're capable of as a team. Okay, so since, like I said, today is the second day of the batch, and actually it starts right at the time of the live stream. I'm not going to keep it long today. This is the main announcement that I wanted to make, and make sure that I get good feedback from the community and support, because, like I said, I'm doing everything I can possibly do physically, for the project, financially and physically, and this is the only thing that I am asking my team for, is to show support and dedication to what we do. I also want to say that I got a really good feedback from of our admins about checking the tasks. So for quite a bit of time, we had problems with checking tasks and making sure that they're done correctly, and there was some miscommunication. Last week, we had a meeting with our admins that are checking the tasks, and we went through all the points of how exactly they need to be checked and moderated before they're approved. And I want to say, admins, you're doing a great job. I got really good feedback on the work that was being done after the meeting, and let's keep up the same way. The team is doing amazing right now. So keep up the good work. So, like I said, I won't be, making this live stream long today. I have to go back to the batch and start our presentations and listen to the speakers that are coming in. So I am ready to answer questions right now if we have them. Olga, please announce questions that we have, if we have them today. Thank you.
Yeah, we have some questions. The first question comes from Nikolai Borisov. Rafael, there is an opinion that a smart contract is more reliable than any security system for storing your assets on crypto wallets. What do you think about this?
This is a pretty broad question in regards to the smart contract, or is the question related to our smart contract in particular or in general? That's what I didn't really get. But the actually a tool, I would say, that you create, and it works by itself as a system that cannot be changed. It works automatically. So depending on how you set it up and what rules you included it, that is the way it will be working. And like I said, I didn't really understand the question in terms of whether we're talking about us in particular or in general. But after the live stream, I will be more than happy to get in the chat and answer this question via the text. But thank you for the question.
Thank you. And the next question comes from Crypto Professor. Rafael, what is the number of trees so far planted?
Good question. Actually, I did not count total amount of trees that have been planted so far, but I do get in the chat every couple of days and see new posts, new people planting. And I want to say, this is actually a good thing that you raised this question today. I want to say that this is probably. I don't want to say my favorite chat, but I am really enjoying getting into it and seeing these posts, because when I see that Grand Time community is planting new life, it just gives me, I don't know, it just gives me good energy. And every time I see it, every time I see the effort people are putting in doing so, I get more motivated to do what I do now. But in terms of the exact amount of trees that have been planted by today's date, I can't answer this question, but I do want to know. And I will ask our tree planting admin Habiba after the call, after our live stream, and I hope we have the exact amount of the plants that we have already put in the soil, and maybe announce it on the next live stream. But thank you for the question.
Thank you. And the next question comes from Laura. Hi, Rafael. Do you think advertising is important? And what is the main thing in this matter?
So advertising is important in any way you're looking at, whether you're looking for advertising to bring new users on the platform, or advertising for getting new tasks from companies that are outsourcing them. The main importance, I would say, of the advertising in any way is not just to say that we're here and this is what we do, but make sure that what we do is helpful to the people or companies that we're doing it for. So that's what's called market fit. Okay, so once we understand the exact market fit of what we're advertising, the advertisement will go way faster and bigger than if you don't really know what you're advertising for. So let's say in the last, like I said, couple of weeks, we started doing advertising on Facebook for the users. Okay, and we've had I think we're at 109 countries right now that joined Grand Time, and we also grew to almost 31,000 users by today's date. So from 28,000 to almost 31 in about 2 weeks. So that means that the advertisement is working, and people are understanding where they're coming and what they're going to be doing on platform. But the very very important thing is that when we're, let's say, advertising for people to join the project, those people are getting into our chats, our Telegram chats, our social media, and there is help that's needed. And that's what I'm talking about is obviously about our admins, that once new people are getting in our chats, we have to make sure that we can deliver the main idea of the project. And main idea of the project is basically help yourself by helping others. Okay, this is our main focus, and this is how we present ourselves. We do certain tasks that help people or companies in their day-to-day operations, and at the same time we're earning tokens, and that is how we help ourselves, because once we get more clientele, more people outsourcing and ordering from us, we are going to be able to actually exchange the tokens and use them for our personal needs. Okay, whether we are going to store them, which I do recommend. This is what I do. I for the all 4 years of Grand Time, and especially even when we were doing the pre-sale on our platform, I've never sold anything. What I was doing is I was always earning tokens, and I'm planning, let's say, to hold them for a very long time. Obviously, if we're going to have a need of exchanging or will want to do it partially, everybody's welcome to do so. There will be no limits on, there will be limits on the exchanges, but there won't be. The thing is, when we say that you can't exchange and stuff like that. But what we're doing right now is we're making sure that we're growing as a community, we're growing our client base, and we're moving in the same direction as a team. From my side, I'm doing everything possible to attract new businesses, to raise funds for our first round of investment. From the team of users, I'm expecting help on actually performing the tasks and showing how good of a team we are. Okay, so hopefully I answered your question. And guys, like I said, I won't be able to be on live stream for a very long time today, but I want to thank everyone for joining the live stream today, for asking really interesting questions. And I will go back to the batch and start listening to the speaker that comes in at 10 a.m. today, which is the partner of One Fund. And hopefully we're going to have some news after today's meetings, and we're going to schedule calls with them and possibly get them in what we do. So I want to thank everyone for joining again. Thank you, Olga and Lena, and I will see you guys on Friday at 6 p.m. London. My admins, please do not forget that we have a meeting tomorrow, and on tomorrow's meeting we will also have our people from CADL that are going to be writing a post about Grand Time, and they will be also listening to our meeting tomorrow. So admins, I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody else, I'll see you on Friday at 6 p.m. London, as always. Thank you, and have a very productive rest of the day and week. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.